I'd like to welcome everybody taking time out to attend this meeting so that we can present to you the Multifamily Housing Incentive Program. Today, this is just basically an overview. There we go. Of what's going to happen. We're going to do a little bit of introductions, show some benefits of the program, evaluation process that we use, the process and requirements, and then open it up to questions. However, since we have such a small group, if there are any questions along the way, please just show your video, raise your hand, and then we'll try to answer your question so we can get to that right away. As far as a way of introductions, my name is Jeff Pryor. I'm the Neighborhood Services Manager for the Village of Oak Park. With me is Michael Stewart from the Oak Park Regional Housing Center. And he's going to be talking to you about the MSAs and also talking to you about some of the what can be done with the program. We're going to be showing you some images of some before and after pictures. So can I get anybody, is anybody not familiar at all with the program? Okay, that's good. That's good. There's really nothing has changed from the last time we ran the program, except we've got energy that we want to highlight during this. So the benefits of the Multifamily Housing Incentive Program, it's basically to continue with how Oak Park's philosophy is to develop and maintain racial diversity and providing integration within the community, specifically within the rental and occupied dwelling units. It's designed to encourage fair housing practices, expand housing options for all prospective renters, and improve the quality of multifamily unit dwellings. A quick overview of the program. It's a $10,000 grant. 2-to-1 matching funds are required. It's for multifamily buildings with 4 or more units, and it includes a 3-year marketing service agreement with the Oak Park Regional Housing Center. And this is where I'd like to just turn it over to Mike to talk about the Oak Park Regional Housing Center and also some of the benefits that we have shown or can be done with the program.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone? I hope everyone is doing good this morning. I have been working with this program for many, many years, when it was formerly called the Diversity Assurance Program. But I've been working with Jeff Pryor too, and we've had a lot of great improvement in some of these apartments. The Oak Park Regional Housing Center can do marketing for all of your apartments. And with this program, it does require a commitment to listing your vacancies and bringing us keys for your vacant units so that we can show those along with you so that we have a better chance of making affirmative moves in these buildings. The Housing Center is just celebrating its 50th anniversary. It's been in Oak Park since 1972. And we work with apartments all throughout the village, but we also specialize in harder to market areas of the village, including the busier streets like Austin and Harlem. Sometimes those are harder to rent. So this program is great because it provides some grant money for the building owners and managers to make some upgrades. At the same time, the Oak Park Regional Housing Center and staff will be doing some extra marketing to give out the listings and to show any vacancies that you have. And then let me know if you have any questions along the way. This is an example of a building on Austin Boulevard, bigger 2 or 3 bedroom. This is the exact same kitchen before and after with use of the village funds.
there we go.
Same thing with this one. This is a more of a modern building, 1950s building that was located on, I believe, Harrison. And this is, I believe, on the 100 block of North Humphrey. A totally redone kitchen. And these are a couple different examples of MFIP upgrades here, where they opened up the dining room to the kitchen.
Finished.
And then some bathroom and kitchen upgrades. Use of funds to redo some floors, some remodeling, some new windows, new bathroom vanities, those types of improvements. Always helps to ease your market.
Yeah, sorry.
This is a newer kitchen by one of the MFIP owners, who's probably even taken it to even a higher level from this one too. But it doesn't all have to be, you know, granite and stainless steel, just so it's updated, clean, prepped, and shows well. That'll definitely help us make affirmative moves.
So what's the program details with the multifamily housing incentive program? As I said, it's a grant. It's a grant, a maximum of $10,000, regardless of the number of units. And I'm stressing this because in the past, the program was $1,000 per unit to a maximum of 10,000. Well, the Housing Programs Advisory Committee, who oversees this program, got rid of that as a way of trying to entice the smaller units, the 4, 5, 6 unit buildings to participate in the program. They're going to get the same $10,000 as a larger unit will. The funds have to be matched 2 to 1 by the owner. The owner pays it's a reimbursement program. Owner pays, and then we reimburse the owner. In order to get the full maximum $10,000, you have to have a $30,000 project. Whereas you're going to put in 20, the village is going to put in $10,000. The program is meant to be flexible as far as what we're looking to do. Common area improvements are always good, security improvements, individual unit improvements. And again, the idea is to improve the marketability of your program. All project funds must be spent within a year of the agreement. All right, and we want to make sure everybody's real clear on that. There is going to be a mortgage put on the building with a 3-year MSA, the marketing service agreement. Once that agreement has been met, the mortgage will be released. Mike, why don't you go ahead and explain more about the MSA?
The MSA is an agreement to allow the housing center to affirmatively market the units. So during this time, you'll want to list your vacancies in any buildings that have been approved in the program. And we will do extra marketing in terms of giving out your listing to clients, as well as once we have the keys to any vacant units, we can show those along with that. And our goal is to definitely make affirmative moves and include the increase the diversity and integration in the buildings throughout the village.
Okay.
And then, you know, if you need help with anything in terms of, you know, setting up criteria for selection or any questions along the rental process, I'm here to help you out or answer any questions that you have.
Okay. And so you do know the multifamily housing incentive program does allow you to apply for an MSA only. And that MSA only is a 1-year agreement This MSA agreement can be submitted at any time during the year. With the program, though, if you do get a grant, it comes with, and you are required to have a 3-year agreement with the housing center. We do get more applications a lot of times than we do have funds. We have $150,000 funds available to us. Not everybody asks for the full $10,000. So sometimes it's between 15 building owners and maybe 20, 22 that we hand out. The rest of the people who apply, we usually provide them with an MSA. We offer them the MSA marketing agreement. And that February 29th date is incorrect. So I got to change that. Who's eligible for the program? Buildings, again, with 4 or more units. I want to stress that we also have a small rental rehab. So building owners with 4 to 7 units may also want to consider our small rental rehab program, where up to $5,000 per unit can be provided with a maximum of $35,000. This is a HUD program, and tenants are required to be income eligible to qualify for that program. Okay. So you submit the application. What's the criteria for the application? If you go to our guidelines that are online, the guidelines will provide you everything that you're seeing right here. One of the things that is looked at is the past cooperation with the village's marketing agent to improve the buildings, to improve the diversity of the building, or willingness to partner with the village. The history of the marketing difficulties due to geographic location, your vacancy rate, the length of time since the last receipt of the multifamily housing incentive grant for the building, and the performance on projects funded through this in the past. If you applied and you didn't finish, or you didn't do any of the projects, that's going to be taken into consideration. Additionally, grants funds will be used. Part of the criteria that's going to be used is grant funds used to correct building code violation. Grant funds will be used to improve security of the building with a history of criminal activity. And grant funds will be used to improve the overall marketability and livability of the building, such as major building systems, accessibility, and please note the highlighted energy sustainability. This is going to come into play this year, I believe, quite a bit. When I talk about evaluation, so you know, here's the timeline of things that happen and who does the evaluation. Our applications are going to be due by 5 p.m. on February 21st. Once we get the applications, Mike and I will do a review of those, and then we forward them to the Housing Programs Advisory Committee, also known as HPAC, HPAC. They will review the applications in April of this year. They will then recommend the applications that they see fit for the program. They're going to forward that to the village board for final determination of approval in May of 22. We're trying to be as aggressive as possible so we can get these, get notification out so you can start your projects sometime in the spring. Award notifications are going to be sent out within 10 days after final board approval. We do require submission to be included, certain documents to include. It's going to make everybody's life easier if you do submit everything all at once: the proof of property insurance, mortgage confirmation, construction specification, sales agreements only if it's recently purchased, partnership agreements if applicable, statement of management agreement or plan if applicable on that. We do require proof of the village security in the mortgage in the way that we are going to be looking of proof of property insurance, a basic requirement for any mortgage usually. Mortgage confirmation can be printed by the bank statement from an online account. Again, sales agreement if this is applicable to you, otherwise information is if it was recently purchased. A partnership agreement, again, if applicable. All right. the other process and requirements as far as application requirements. Ideally, we would be like to have a proposal from a building contractor. We're looking for programs that are going to be able to hit the ground running, okay, and move on it. We also need to know about your management agreement or plan, because the village is going to be dealing with the property manager agent along with the Oak Park Regional Housing Center. So we'd like to know if something's going to be involved, have something in place there. Just so you know, all of the buildings must be licensed. And along with that, we have been doing inspections for multifamily buildings. Those inspections are now performance-based, either every 4 years, every 2 years, every 1 year, or every 6 months, depending upon how many violations you have during that inspection. All of the projects must have proper permits, but we do waive the fees, okay? Final inspections must be completed before payout takes place. And no other inspections are required for this program. We would like your assistance in providing documentation, perhaps before and after pictures of these projects. That would be useful for us. Are there any questions? I'm going to stop and open this up before I get to the one other thing. Anybody have any questions about the multifamily program right now? Okay. So let's talk about the other aspect that we're adding to this program. The village has a sustainability funds, $420,000, and this information was included in my initial announcement. So there is a multifamily energy efficiency grant also available. This is a $10,000 grant. It's a one-to-one matching funds. This energy grant is available for 2 or more units. So everybody that's trying to do the MFIP program can easily apply for this program also. A property for this program is only eligible once. So if you're going to do an energy grant, give it your best shot the first time. What's covered in this energy grant? Well, for your buildings, we will cover solar panels, and there's actually a separate fund for solar panels. Installation of geothermal, insulation and air sealing, energy efficient lighting, and then this is a biggie for the multifamily, because it's the only energy grant that is allowing energy appliances. We've got 4 different energy grant programs that are out there. The multifamily is the only one that will allow the installation of energy appliances. This grant also covers installation of energy efficiency heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. It allows you to also upgrade water heaters. And okay. If you need more information on this multifamily energy grant, please go back to the email that I sent you. On that email, we provide a lot of different links for the energy program. But if you forget, if you go to our housing pages, there's an energy efficiency grant. The one that you want to look at is not income eligible. And here's the link for our webpage under housing programs. Okay. So I'm going to put up contact information. I'm going to come back to questions so that I can take down the slideshow here. If you have any additional questions, you can do housings at Oak-Park with that phone number. But perhaps the best one is going to be either Mike or myself. I forgot to put Mike's up here, but mine is jpryor@oak-park.us, and that's my direct line. So with that, I'm going to stop the program presentation. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, that didn't stop it. Does anybody have any questions pertaining to the program and what I've explained? Okay, the big thing that I want to stress is the applications are due February 21st at 5 p.m. All right. Oh. Mike, you have anything else? I don't.
So Jeff, also if any owners or managers have any questions as they're filling out the application, they can contact you with those questions.
Yes, or they can also seek you and you can provide them some assistance because you're familiar with that.
Sure,
With it
yeah.
too.
So reach out if you have any questions on those applications, guys, and definitely get those in as soon as possible.
Does anybody have any questions about the MFIP program or the energy grant program and the combination of the two? Okay. Again, the energy grant, yes, you are able to apply for both. I'm getting a question in the chat. Everybody should be able to unmic themselves if they want and talk. Again, we're a small crowd. You are able to apply for both. You are not required to do an energy grant to do the MFIP. You're not required to do the MFIP to get the energy. But if you look at what is their potential, if you are trying to combine the two programs together, please include that in your application that you're wanting to do both because there could very well be potential benefit for you for doing both of the programs simultaneously. Anyone else have any other questions?
If you're looking for suggestions on things to improve too, I can help you with that via phone call or meeting at the building. Feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah.
If you'd want to do that.
Again, Mike has been involved in this in many, many years, and he understands what makes the units more marketable, what doesn't make the units marketable, as you know, he's taking the people out and looking at them. So use him as a resource if you're looking for ways to upgrade and instead of just trying to guess, well, is this going to help me or not? Now, obviously, if there are some things that need to get done to your building from just a common sense, type of a thing, a new roof, things of that nature, you can utilize the funds for that too. That's been approved in the past. Mike, can you put your email in the chat?
Surely.
Somebody's asking for Mike's email. And let's do this too, maybe. Okay. Yeah, and Mike's phone number also is 708-848-7150, extension 121.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Any other further questions? I don't want to draw this out any further than it needs to be. I know everybody's time is important to you, but I just want to give everybody an opportunity for any questions that one of you may have that somebody else may also have. Okay. All right. Seeing that we don't have any further questions, I'd like to thank you for being here today. Again, this video is going to be recorded. We are going to post it. Additionally, we're going to have another session tonight at 7 o'clock in case somebody's missed it, or they want to make sure somebody else attends. So again, thank you very much for attending. And
Thank you
you
all.
all have a good day. Okay?
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. Bye-bye.